Hello everyone, this is the Crimson Cure, welcoming you to the Crimson Tower, a place where we keep a feminine foot on the neck of the gynocracy, feminism, and black male misandry. So go ahead, pull up a chair, stay a while, and listen.
We're A-Game, a 100% Black-owned company with an all-natural product and world-class customer service. We're headquartered in California, and we manufacture, package, and ship right here in the United States. We ship to more than 125 distributors worldwide. Normal processing is 2 to 3 days, and we employ virtual tracking until our product is received. So, no matter where you are in the world, here we come, and we're bringing your A-game.
Hey, how you doing, Crimson Knights? How you doing, ladies? How is everyone? Hey, Malika. Hey, AB. Y'all know what I'm doing. Still posting. Y'all know. Sorry about this. I be trying to get it done, but I had to factory reset the phone, and certain apps I forgot that I was no longer signed into. So y'all know I'm all messed up. I think I got it squared away now. Hey, Sheep. Hey, Bishop. Can I get my likes up? So if you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Please hit the like button as you come in. And we are actually going to get started in a moment. Just giving my Crimson Knights a moment to come in so we can actually have what I think is a really, really important topic for ladies, specifically for Black women. Because whether you want to admit it or not, whether it feels good or not, whether it's flattering or not, a lot of Black women are single. And as single women, hey Sherry, as single women, we are uncovered women. And when you're an uncovered woman, you have to take on masculine energy in order to provide for yourself. Because there is no direct external male that is doing that for you. This is doubly so if you are a single mother. Okay, so we are going to talk about that masculine energy that a lot of us keep, and we don't know how to essentially code switch from feminine to masculine back to feminine. Because when you're an uncovered woman, you do need your masculine energy. Thank you, Ronan, for the cash app. You do need your masculine energy, myself included. I'm not, and I'm saying single as opposed to married. Okay. Now, if you have like a long-term relationship or you are cohabitating with the man that is choosing to cover you, you probably still need to listen to this. If you are a woman that is kind of always in her masculine energy, because a lot of times, ladies, we do not realize when we're still in that space. Okay. So what I want to do is kind of help us determine when we're in that space and how to come out of that space when necessary. So like I said, if you are a single woman and you are uncovered, there's no man, no, love interest, there's no husband, there's no longtime boyfriend, there's nothing there that's actually going to cover you and provide that masculinity. we actually need our masculine energy, okay? And we need it a lot. And for the main thing that we need it for is actually procuring our own provisions and our own resources. And we need that masculine energy because let's just face it, masculine energy gets things done, okay? And it's something that I've said before, masculine energy is kinetic as opposed to feminine energy, which is potential. Okay, so if we know the difference between kinetic energy and potential energy, we know that kinetic energy is an energy of movement. It is an energy of progression. Okay, and it is in constant movement. Potential energy is pretty much at a standstill until kinetic energy meets with it to turn it into kinetic energy. Okay. So, when we are uncovered, we have to employ masculine energy to some degree in order to get things done. Okay? And it can be a difficult thing to balance those things out. All right? Especially if you are the type of woman who works a lot or has to work a lot. Like for instance, everybody knows that I drive Uber, and even though that's just a job where you're driving or whatever, I'm still out and about. I'm still out in the public eye. I'm still out in the elements. And so therefore I need to employ my masculine energy. First of all, in order to have the drive to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, get myself together, whether it's cold, hot, rainy, snowy, whatever, and head out to work. That alone is an engagement of my masculine energy. And then to actually grind for hours nonstop, because I don't stop and take breaks and lunches and stuff like that. So to kind of grind nonstop for about 5 or 6 hours, which isn't very long compared to the time limits that other people work at more difficult jobs. But I still have to employ masculine energy to actually do it. And then also, because I am essentially allowing strangers to get into my personal vehicle and share personal space with me, I need a certain level of masculinity in order to employ the professionalism. Because, especially in Chicago, if a woman is too feminine, that is an automatic invitation for men to hit on her and to feel a certain type of way about her, even if she is a stranger. All right. So when I'm riding around and driving around, I have to balance it by being polite and being professional and not just being some type of hardcore something or whatever, trying to be a dude, you know, or what have you. But at the same time, there is a guard, an energy guard that I have to keep up, and that guard is masculine. So when they enter into my car, I'm cordial, but I'm professional. Hello, how are you? Good morning. You know, I'm not all putting on a lot of femininity to that, because it can come off flirty. It can come off inviting in the wrong way, because that is the wrong setting for that. And men will feel inclined to try to reciprocate that energy. And I've actually made that mistake before, being too nice, too soft. And men are like, oh, she's being soft. And I'm not saying being soft in a bad way, like she's being real feminine. So since she's being real feminine, let me, you know, shoot my shot or whatever. I'm going to start flirting with her, because obviously if she is showing me even a little modicum of femininity, I am going to respond in kind to that. And then I have to be like, watch my energy, because it's like, no, I'm actually not flirting with you. just because I'm having conversation and my voice is light, you know, or whatever, because they kind of get the customer service voice, which is a higher pitch voice and it's a little bit softer. So they have a tendency to think that it's flirty because I don't carry the heavy timbre. My customer service voice is a little bit more inviting and it's raised a pitch or two. So that when they get into the car, I'm like, hello, how are you? Good morning. And I might say their name because sometimes their name shows up on an Uber app or what have you. And, oh, you know, hello, Mr. David, how are you this morning? And he's like, oh, wait, she being feminine. You know what I'm saying? Let me talk. I'm going to talk to her, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. And it's not always this overt sort of thing, but you can feel the energy shift. And it's like, okay, wait, I got to watch my energy. I have to watch the soft tone, the softness of my voice, because it can be inviting and send a signal I don't want to send in that setting. So the reason why I'm telling you this is because when we go to work, ladies, we have a tendency, we are already in masculine space. Okay, we're pretty much already in it, especially depending on the job that we have. If we have a job that really requires you to drive, and I don't just mean physically driving, I mean really requires you to be, you know, on it all day, on it. You got to be on it. Your motor's got to be running all day, especially if you enter into a more masculine job in the first place. So it's not as many women as it is men, but there are more women than used to be that drive truck and stuff like that. So that's a really, really masculine job. Or women that, you know what I'm saying, kind of do, you know, like the UPS thing or the FedEx thing and all of that. You know what I'm saying? That it's a more masculine job. And any job that a woman has that's a little bit more physical, like she can't quite do all of the stuff that men do with hard labor. But, you know, she can do a little bit of something, and she's just out in an environment that is masculine. Even if she's just the chick that's holding the flag on the construction site, she's still on a construction site, and those are notoriously masculine. So, you know, we're in our masculine spaces and in that energy when we are doing those things, that because that's a masculine thing, to go out and provide and get provisions and work all day and stuff like that, to make sure that's a masculine thing in the first place. Miss Love is Divine says, is that difficult for you? Sometimes. The difficulty is sometimes coming out of the masculine space. So we're in that space, we're in that energy in the first place, right? And so the challenge is when we are no longer in that, and when we are no longer in the environment of working and those sorts of things, or especially in places where we are a supervisor, a manager, a boss, and somebody is dependent on us to have leadership skills, and they are dependent on us to sort of direct and to delegate tasks and so forth. That's real masculine. Like all of that is really, really masculine. So the challenge for us ladies is to be able to come out of that masculine energy and be able to go into a feminine energy. And this is where our dwelling value actually comes into significant play, because we're leaving a place that's calling for us to be in our masculine energy for 8, 10 hours, 12 hours, whatever. So when we get off the clock and we come home, this is where our dwelling value becomes very important, because our dwelling in a place where we come to recharge, the place where we come to kind of get away from it all a little bit, kind of find a resting place, is supposed to be our home. And if the home is also filled with masculine energy and a masculine environment, this is almost going to ensure that we never come out of masculine energy. Okay? And one of the problems that we run into is not beautifying our homes in a feminine way. And here I'm talking everything from the decor to keeping the place clean and neat and tidy, to just the ambiance alone needs to be a feminine ambiance. From the furniture that we choose to the music we like to play throughout the home, these things need to be soft. They need to be cozy. They need to be feminine. They need to be laid back. Whatever it does, and it doesn't matter what your decor style is. It needs to be feminine, whatever it is. You can like, rustic, or you can like very modern, or you can like very country, or whatever the styling is. It doesn't matter. It just needs to be something that is feminine, something that invites you when you come in, and invites you to rest, invites you to stop, invites you, to sort of just come ease your way out of that masculine energy. But when we coming home to places that are not furnished, ladies, a lot of you are working these 9-to-5 jobs, you're working, and you live in a dance studio. I call them dance studios when they don't have no furniture in them. You coming home to an apartment or whatever that doesn't even have proper living room furniture. You're coming home to a place where your bedroom is not properly appointed. You're coming back to a place that is cold, or that is really utilitarian in nature. If it's messy and junky and dirty, you're also coming back to a place that is chaotic. So you're coming back to a place that still does not allow you to become more feminine, because we go back and forth in those energies depending on the environment that we find ourselves in. And this is something that we have to come to understand about ourselves. We respond to the environment that we find ourselves in, and we have to take a real good look at our dwelling value. Okay, ladies, we have to take a real good look at that. How are we setting up our homes, especially as single women? How are we setting up our homes? How are we setting up our apartments? If you're a single mother, you still are coming home to be in a masculine space, because now you've got to provide leadership to your children. And let me get on the single mothers a little bit. Let me get on them a little bit. I'm going to get on you single mothers out here a little bit, because even your parenting is masculine, not feminine. And this is one of the dangers. This is one of the pitfalls. This is one of the major pitfalls of being a single mother, especially when you opt to be that. Okay? And if we're being real frank about everything, you do opt to be single mothers, unless you became a mother in wedlock and then you got divorced or something like that. You opted to be a single mom. If you got pregnant and decided you were going to have this child with a man that you were not necessarily committed to, y'all were just talking to each other, just seeing each other, just kicking with each other, whatever, you opted for this. Thank you, Damien. I appreciate your work. Thank you so much. And thank you. I'm not going to say your real name, sis, but thank you so much for the Cash App as well. I hope that that's not taken ill, but whenever you Cash App me, a lot of times I can only see the person's real name, and I don't like inadvertently doxing people, because sometimes people don't want their real names out in the interwebs. So I'm going to kind of get on the single mother a little bit. Because even your parenting is masculine, because you provide the masculine part of the parenting dynamic, but you don't provide the feminine part of it. You get so caught up in going to work, buying things, making sure the bills are paid, making sure, that, things are paid, things are bought, clothes are bought. And I'm not saying you shouldn't do that, because if you opted to be a single mother, then you opted to have to do the masculine part of parenting on your own. Especially if you're going to be the type of single mother that does not allow the father and the children to have a healthy relationship with one another. So you further put yourself in a position where you have to handle the masculine part of parenting. Resource gathering, provision gathering, protection, that's the masculine part of parenting. And you get so caught up in doing that you think that is all that you need to do in order to raise your children properly. But you forget about the nurturing, soft, feminine part of that parenting. The child actually, a lot of times, goes without, because they'll have a mother that let's say is rather successful in terms of the money that she brings into the house. But this is also the same woman that doesn't tell them that she loves them. This is also the same woman that doesn't have time to stop and give them hugs. This is also the same woman that doesn't have time to reach into her feminine energy and give her children the insight that they need. This is also the same woman that's falling short on providing an environment where her sons can learn masculinity. And because she's so busy, caught up in masculine energy, she's also not allowing herself to teach her daughter how to have femininity and how to be in her feminine energy. So her daughter is actually learning how to maintain masculine energy, and her son is deficient in what it takes to actually gain his masculinity, because you have not provided a masculine environment for him to go to so that he can learn from men how to be a man, because you can't teach him that. And you're so stuck in masculine energy, you can't even teach your daughter how to be feminine because you don't know how. So you perform all of the masculine parts of the parenting, and you forget about what a mother is supposed to give to her children. You think that if you provide the money and buy Xboxes and buy Jordans, that you've done your part of the parenting, but you have not. Thank you, Kay, for the cash out, beloved. Thank you so much. You have not performed your part of parenting. You've performed, to the best of your ability, the masculine part of it. That's not even your part. You just opted to do that part. And then you come home and you don't have time nor patience to really deal with your children, to really raise them. You let TV and school and this one and that one raise your children. You're not raising them. They don't have your influence. They have the influence of others, because as a single mother, another one of those pitfalls is that you are unable to truly provide an effective system, order, and structure. You don't really have SOS. So a lot of times the household and the relationship that you have with your children is based in chaos. It's based in chaos and dysfunction. You're creating a situation where you never come out of your masculine energy. You're in it at work. You come home and you're still in it because your dwelling value is poor. The apartment or house or whatever that you come back to is not even feminine. In some cases, it's not even clean. I've been to some of you chicks' houses. Dirty. And you'll be a chick that's making a pretty good clip of money too. House just as junky. I've been in some women's houses so nasty, she offered me a glass of water. I turned it down. No, I don't want to drink nothing up out of here. And the cup is plastic. I know you ain't disinfected because you can't. So no. No, sis. That's all right. Lord knows it's all right. So we have to be able to come out of that masculine energy. And like I said, it starts pretty much with your dwelling value. Take a look at your home. If you're not home, if you're a lady, young lady or what have you, doesn't even really matter. And you're at home either right now or you listen to the playback and you are at home. Take a look at your home. Is it inviting? Do you have any feminine touches in there? Or does your home look like the inside of a jail cell? Just you got somewhere to sleep and somewhere to technically wash yourself. Your bathroom don't got no good decor to it. And I'm here to tell you, your bathroom is probably the cheapest room in your home to actually fix up and it look cute, and you can do it on the cheap. You can redo your whole bathroom from Walmart. Don't play with me. Get a cute, like instead of getting vinyl shower curtain, get like the cloth ones and a cloth liner that you can wash, because some of y'all shower curtains is nasty. The liner nasty. The little vinyl liners. You don't even know how to clean that. Get some Formula 409 and clean that off. It'll rinse right down. I don't know why you playing with it. You can get some cute little bathroom rugs. Get you some cute little, pay attention to details. Instead of just getting the run-of-the-mill little plastic shower rings, get some cute metal ones or something. It's a lot of stuff, little stuff you can do. Take the time to put little baskets and little stuff to hold your makeup and, and all of that kind of stuff. Instead of having it all over the place. It's all over the sink. It's all over the whatever little shelf you might have in the bathroom. Take the time. These are things that you have to take time doing. Like I said, put your little cute rug in there. You can even go and buy contact paper on the cheap and take one of the walls in the bathroom and put the contact paper up there. It's a whole new room. Fold your towels right. In my bathroom, I fold my towels like a hotel. Your living room needs to be well appointed. This is the place presumably where you are relaxing, or whatever room in the house that you relax in. Let it actually be relaxing. Your bedroom should be a feminine, pretty space. And again, it doesn't matter what your decor style is. in your kitchen. Go buy you some nice new pots and pans. Instead of them old pots and pans, you done had them for 10 years, or they not a set. They mix-mac all around, you know. You got one pan like this and the other one like that. Go buy you a real good, nice set of pots and pans. You'll feel better about cooking. Get you a real nice set. Not out of the dollar store. Get you a real one. Spend some money on it. Thank you, Sheep. Thank you so much. Spend some money on it. You spend money on everything else. You spend money ripping and running the streets, which is masculine. I'm going to do a show on that. Ladies who are single, and some of y'all with men, is stay in the street. Get some new dish towels. Hang them up real cute. Wash the dishes. Put them up. Don't just wash them and then put them in the little thing and then they sit there for 2 weeks. Put them up. I learned the kitchen ain't clean unless you don't wash the dishes. Put them up. Wash all of the pots and pans that you use. Put them up. Wipe down your counter. Make that clean. And clean your stove. Y'all are running around here with 6-month-old stains on your stove. How's that feminine? How's being dirty feminine? How? Ladies, you have work to do to keep yourself in some type of feminine energy. Yeah, at home bossing and telling folk what to do. You at work doing it. Then you come home, you do it. Then you carry this energy into your romantic relationships, which is why this is one of the reasons why you're still single. Because you keep carrying masculine energy. Don't no straight man want no woman that's really a man underneath. Unless you legit put TS in front of your name, don't no man want that. You shouldn't even be that. You should be able to recognize when you're in masculine energy. You in masculine energy in your conversation. We went over communication Saturday. One of the ways that you can recognize being in your masculine energy when you're talking, especially when you're talking to men or you trying to get to know a man or whatever. Commands are masculine. Imperatives are typically masculine. Questions are typically feminine. So imperatives are typically masculine when you're telling, when you're demanding. Typical feminine language is laced in the questions. When we're asking, not telling. So next time when you're trying to talk to somebody, you're trying to be in a feminine space, instead of demanding and making definitive statements, what you gonna do, what he gonna do, what you better do, and all of this, that language, masculine, might want to soften that. So the language can be more feminine, more questions. Okay? You also might want to do that sometimes with your children. If you're a single mother, because that's the feminine part of parenting. You're too busy doing the masculine part, ladies. Got to do the feminine part. Sometimes you have to ask your children. Whatever happened to asking your children what's going on with them and using subtle feminine tactics to get the truth out of them, to get them to open up? You too quick to try to beat it out of them and force it out of them. This is a masculine space that you're in with them, which is why a lot of your children close up and clam up. They don't want to approach you because you're unapproachable. Femininity is approachable. It's open. It's not stupid. It's not gullible, but it's open. It's approachable. It's soft. Y'all don't even use that with your children. This is why your kids won't talk to you. Because they can't. They scared that if they say the quote unquote wrong thing, is going to be some type of punishment or beating behind it. So they don't want to approach you. They don't want to. This is why they don't tell you if something going on in school that you might actually need to know about, because they're afraid that you're this hard disciplinarian and you're going to blame them or you're not going to hear them out. Thank you, Ebo Sosa, for the Cash App. And you don't know how to come out of that masculine thinking. Forget what Steve Harvey said, talking about some think like a man. That's where the masculine energy is at. You can't act like a woman if you thinking like a man. If you thinking like a man, you about to act like one. Just with breasts. So bump that stuff Steve Harvey is talking about. Because you know you can't rely on nothing that Steve Harvey done talked about anytime his daughter is a public thought. Come on. She wouldn't even hide it. So all of that think like a man and act like a woman, that is BS. Crap. Complete crap. One thing that we have to understand, ladies, is that when we are working in that masculine energy, we are by definition not performing our purpose. Because your purpose as a woman is not even to be going out there getting all of these provisions. And again, I'm not saying that if you're single, don't do that, because you have to. Right? You have to. I have to. There's no man somewhere paying my bills because I'm not married. So I have to be the one that get up, get dressed, get yourself together, get your mind right, and go work and make you some money and come back. And specifically because I have to go outside to work like 90% of us do, I have to put on some masculine energy. I can't just be, especially in Chicago. Kind of asking for it in Chicago. Because there is a dearth of femininity here. These bras is hardcore around here. Chicago women is rough. Okay, these is some masculinisha. These is some masculine chicks running around here. They masculine. And any woman that show any type of femininity or softness, the men be so, deprived of it that if you do it even in just a friendly exchange, they be like, oh, a feminine. Oh God, a feminine woman? A feminine black woman? Like I told y'all, I made that mistake. Being too nice and your voice is too soft. Hi. And all of that. Yeah, acquired taste. A lot of us in Chicago, we cute. We some cute girls, but it's a lot that's real masculine. Once you get past the makeup and we start doing one of these, talking to you, my G, masculine. But that's some Chicago stuff. It's a lot of masculinity out here with these women. Yeah, see, the women will shake up with you. If you see them, they'll shake up with you like a dude. If they cool with you, they'll do the whole, like, yeah, it's like that. These Chicago chicks can be done up real cute, make them mad. See, don't she take all that stuff off so she can fight you? I'm just as leery as a group of women as I am a group of men. Trust and believe that. In Chicago, I am just as leery with a whole group of females as I am with a group of men. Sometimes a little bit more because females get real rah-rah. They ready for a confrontation, all of that. These women are not shy. They are not demure. They're not feminine. They'll look the part, but if you start talking to them, it's a wrap. So in any case, ladies, we have to start being able to balance out that masculine energy when you are a single woman. And it's a lot of us out here that are not married. So you really have to learn this lesson. It starts with your dwelling value. You have to be able to go into some environment that inspires you to be feminine and get in touch with that, because famously We tell men to get in touch with your feminine side, but see, now in this day and age, we gotta tell women to get in touch with your feminine side. You gotta get in touch with your feminine side, sis. All that masculine stuff, you gotta chill out on that. You gotta cease and desist on that. There's a time when you need the drive that comes with that masculine energy, but remaining in it, it's a no-go. Yeah, I don't deal with masculine women either, Bronze. They be ganged up. They be standing on the corner just like the dudes. Like they literally, I am not playing with y'all. In Chicago, these chicks hold up the corner just like the dudes do. I be trying to figure out what they doing on the corner. Like, what you doing? Like, I don't even want to know. So like I said, we have to start looking at our dwelling value. That's the one environment that you control completely. And it does not need to be masculine. It needs to be something that inspires your femininity. Stop waiting on a man to make you be feminine. You have to start recognizing those masculine traits and thinking about it, making a real conscious effort until it becomes second nature to you to discern when you're in masculine energy and purposely and consciously pull it back. Starts with the dwelling value. It starts with language, including body language. Some of y'all real bad. You don't even fake cute. You sit places, your legs are spread wide. You know, you man spreading when you sit down. That's not how that goes. Spreading out like this is masculine. Being more closed in is considered to be more feminine. A more closed, a more poised body language is considered, it comes off as more feminine. Closing your legs, closing your arms, closing your mouth. Smile. Have a smile on your face. Sometimes these women around here, we Chicago women do scowl a lot. That scowl. Yeah, I had to become conscious of the Chi-Town scowl. Cause we be like, it's a whole mouth thing and everything. Have to be conscious of that scowling. Relax your eyebrow muscles up in here, sis. These muscles don't need to be tight all the time. These don't either. They make your mouth do that. Do that. Yeah, Bishop, the Lisa Ray look. You just, you just got a whole thing going on with your face. You gotta soften that up. It's okay to soften. Relax the muscles. Just relax your muscles. All of that tenseness and you ready to, you ready to pop off. Like, leave that to the guys. And if you're in environments where you feel like you gotta be ready to pop off all the time, you're in masculine environments. You need to change where you go and the people that you hang around with. If you always feel like you need to be tense like that and ready for anything that pop off, you're in masculine spaces. You're in your masculine energy. And you need to rethink where you go and who you're around. It make you feel like you have to do that. So, with that being said, I am going to go ahead and start wrapping this show up. But I want to thank everyone for coming in, chatting with me today, and giving me support. I really, really appreciate everyone. And before we go, this show has been brought to you by A Game, a male herbal solution. So what I need everyone to do, ladies included, is to go into the description box and click the link for A Game at agameherbal.com. And you can get a 10% discount using the code Kendra10. So that is KENDRA, the number 10. So fellas, do yourself a favor and give yourself the gift of better health. And ladies, I know that you have brothers, sons, fathers, husbands, boyfriends, whatever that you have, whatever men you have in your life, this will help them to address their overall health. Okay? So once again, I want to go ahead and thank you guys for coming in and sitting down with me and chatting it up with me. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye-bye, Crimsonites. Hey guys, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. And if you've got more to say on the topic, leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget to support our sponsor who so graciously supports this channel by clicking the description box and the link for A Game at agameherbal.com. You can go ahead and get a 10% discount off of your next purchase using the code Kendra10. This has been yet another Crimson Cure production, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.